¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tal? Buenos tardes, todo. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Um, just gonna have a quick little market recap on what happened today. I did not live stream the closing bell. I was setting up a new gym membership, trying to get back in shape. For those of you who watched this morning, today I got my Guangzhou jersey on from Guangzhou, China. Um, it's kind of my thing on the stream here. Gonna have a different jersey every day, and just want to welcome you guys. So we'll get right into the market. I won't take up too much time today, and we'll take a look over at AMC. So looking at AMC, not the best day, but honestly not the worst day. I think after all, where we're at currently, looks like we're sitting about 1024 here. Got up to a high about 1033, 34, 35. Okay, so right after it was at 35, 1035. So that would have put us right about where we opened at. I think that we opened this morning, maybe actually a bit lower, but from close yesterday. I think we closed yesterday at 1034, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shoot, wrong thing there. Yeah, so right about 1034 where we closed at yesterday. So, right on par. I think yesterday was a up 1% green day. So, it's all right. I think we actually closed at negative 1% here, somewhere within that range of a half of a percentage to 1%. So, not too bad. I mean, we saw a low of 976 on the day. When we hit this low point, I actually purchased up some shares right about here. When we dropped underneath, I think I ended up paying. I think it was like 10 shares for 998 or something. Did not know it was going to go even lower than that. I was waiting to see if it was even going to drop lower than 976 because it wasn't shortly thereafter. I scooped up those quick 10 that we dropped down even farther. We did have a very quick bounce back. So we trended upward just to kind of get us above $10, and then we traded there kind of flat for the most of the day up until about, I want to say this is 1 or 2 o'clock, and it looks like it's 2 o'clock. So we got a nice bump, whereas before, if we go back to like 3 or 4 days and we look, we were, and this is on the 15-minute chart here, this is probably about 2 o'clock there, 145, 2 we see a sell-off, right there 2 we see a sell-off. Vice versa here, where this is 245, we just start to see some green here. Looks like that's at 115. We see a sell-off there. So usually about that 2 o'clock range. Again, it's on the 5-day, 15-minute chart. Usually about that 2 o'clock, we see some volatility. I don't know if it's just hedge funds coming back from lunch or whatever it is on the East Coast coming back from lunch that is really taking effect there. But about that 2 o'clock range, and again, I have mine set to Eastern Standard Time. I am most certain. Actually, no, it looks like I changed mine back to Central Standard Time. Anyhow, 2 o'clock here, so even a little bit later than lunchtime. Whatever it is, right? So 2 o'clock, we get a nice little push here, and we see, some good movement. That's good. We see some volume start to step in. Not a lot of volume here, actually. Compared to what we would want to see, it's about 250 for that big candle there. So still kind of low in the volume, but we're trading sideways. We're not letting the hedgies short us all the way down below $10 and stay there for very long. We're kind of saying, hey, look, this is a good time to buy. I'm going to pick up some shares, and I'm sure that a lot of people felt this way because I did, and I purchased some, and we started to trend back upwards shortly thereafter. So good time to buy on these dips. We held strong here. And, we kind of finished the day out fairly good. I'm happy with where we're at. I would have liked to have seen us push up above 1050 and stay above 1050. Just for me, that mental number of 1050 is good. But I think we don't have very much in the week left to go. I think it's a holiday on Friday and market will be closed on Friday. I'm not certain. I'm pretty sure that Friday is, Good Friday and that the market will be closed. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Anyhow, so we finished up here, pretty close to where we closed yesterday. So, I'm kind of happy with that. Basically, if you just take this out and just look at the amount of change, very, very minuscule amount, and we closed pretty much where we closed yesterday, and I'm cool. So we traded sideways, and I got a chance to actually pick up some more shares. So what do we expect for tomorrow? Well, I don't think there's going to be too much news coming out until next week. I think next week we're going to see some big changes. I think that will depend on how the box office does this weekend for AMC theaters with the release of Godzilla vs. Kong in the U.S. So I think there's going to be more volatility come next week. However, you know, we're just kind of trending sideways for this week, and you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, it's good. It's fine. We're going to trade sideways. We're holding on strong. We're not selling off. And then the more that time passes, the more information comes out about Archegos Capital, I believe is the name of that hedge fund that went through a fire sale recently and got margin called. So, we'll see if anything else comes out of that, whether more banks step in, like Morgan Stanley, excuse me, and any other banks step in and start forcing these hedgies that are short majorly in AMC to start covering those positions and see if this thing drives the share price up. But we know that once they start to cover, it's going to be a gamma squeeze after gamma squeeze of them covering, driving the price up, more people jumping on FOMO, driving the price up, them covering again, driving the price up, and us just kind of, who have been in this whole time, just kind of holding on for the ride. So, we don't know when this is going to happen. Hopefully it happens very soon. But we did have good news over the weekend, seeing that the banks are willing to step in and margin call these hedge funds that are over leveraged. And I keep seeing these articles and these Reddit posts about the how someone somewhere, won't say any names because I don't honestly know who it was, said that that they can't trust the retail investor to do the right thing with their own money. That it's us who are going to harm ourselves with these meme stocks, and yet here they are over leveraging billions and billions of dollars and getting a margin called on it. So that hedge fund is more than likely they're done. Like, they have seen the end of it. I think that I think they'll go bankrupt, and that'll be it. I don't know if they have filed yet. But we'll see. So I think, barring any news, I think tomorrow we kind of keep trading sideways here. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. I know the market is a little bit wild, and actually we'll take a look over here at the SPY just to see how the market performed today and how we did versus the market. And you can see very similarly, a little bit of a sell-off here, kind of about the same time. Push back up, trade a little bit sideways here for most of the day. A little bit of ups and downs here, but that's not much. When we're talking about $300 here, is a $1 here. It's maybe less than a percentage that they actually were ranging from here. So if I just kind of go there, I mean, that's 0.5% right there, up to still in that 0.5% range. So market, kind of stayed flat for the majority of the day here. A little bit of a sell-off at the end, and then kind of pushed back up right at the last minute here. And I'm not really sure what this was all about. I mean, that's a huge green candle up. So, we're right on spot with market. We don't know what the Suez Canal, with all that stuff going on, how that's going to affect the volatility in the market. However, I don't think that AMC should necessarily be affected by that, but I guess you never really know. I'm just trying to go over the indicators here. I like this. We had a nice little run up here of about little over 3%. So I am really happy that we saw that. And if we've got that much buying power on a slow day, imagine what we're going to have on a day where this thing starts to move. You're going to really see some volume step into this thing and drive this thing up. I don't really want to go over any of our other positions here. We will just take a minute to look at GME. GME actually had quite the day here from their low point, and I think I had heard this somewhere else that they were up like 10%. Yeah, it's 12% from their low point on the day. Not much from their high point of the day, as a matter of fact, though. Looks like from their high point of the day, this is easier for me, only 1.28%. And then a little bit of a sell-off in the afternoon, but they had a nice little run-up today, from the low point here of about 12%. So we didn't quite see the correlation between AMC and GME that we normally would see. I think we're starting to break apart from the pack here, so to speak, between these two stocks, and it's good that we're coming into our own. I sure wish we would have traded up 12% or so at one point, but actually, if we're going to our low point, really to maybe like we're at around close, it's 6.14%, so about half of what GME did as far as percentages are concerned. So I think I have typically seen that before with GME, or at least I've seen it once before with GME. Um, I'll just briefly check out the news here. Talks about why the Nasdaq fell. We were only looking at the SPY, which is an ETF of the S&P 500, so you guys keep that in mind. Yeah, again, I will not really go over our positions. If you guys can see that up there in the top left, they're kind of tiny. I mean, AMTX did pretty good, $1.37 over $1.37 more. Harley Davidson actually had a pretty nice day, up about 97 cents from close of yesterday. Sands up 21 cents as of close of yesterday, or from close of yesterday, and AT&T holding strong with up 17 cents from close of yesterday. Actually, the only position that I'm holding right now that is red is Rocket here, and Rocket really just kind of traded sideways for most of the day, and then kind of had a little bit of a sell right here in the afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock, or sorry, but at about 2 o'clock here. So, and if I look at that, it's going to be 3. So, as a matter of fact, all right. So my chart is in Eastern time zone. I don't know why I prefer to keep it that way. However, like my time is actually correct, so kind of threw me off. And my time is right underneath the camera, so I can almost never see it. So when I say about 2 o'clock, guys, that's 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. So AMC, yeah, we're gray on the day, so no green, no red, and I'm okay with that. All the other positions in our portfolio, other than Rocket, which actually fell 60 cents today, or from close of yesterday, are in the green. Yeah, a couple of these are just little swing trades that we've got going on. One of these is a bag holder. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, no real news over on the old girl. So she's still doing her thing. But we did see a little bit of volume pick up through here compared to how we've been doing. During the sell-off here, we had about 834,000 shares traded in this 1 minute. That was on the way down. Do I see anything that really sticks out here? Not really. We'll take a look at the 20-day here. I probably need to go ahead and get rid of some of these. I kind of like to keep them just because we tend to respect these levels of support and resistance that I've set on these trend lines. So I will probably keep them there for just a little bit longer. Hopefully it doesn't affect the view too much here. That's the 20-day look. Probably need to put like a 3-month chart, like a 90-day. I've got a 180-day. I guess I can zoom in, but the 180-day is set. It's 184 hours, so that actually will work. It's not like it's 181 days. So, if you guys can look here on the RSI, I don't know if the camera's covering up. No, you can see it down here. So, well, right when we got down here and we hit that bottom out down here at this $9 earlier, or the end of last week, right? Earlier this week. So what day is that? That's on the 25th, right? So here we are, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Friday. So between Thursday and Friday, when we hit this bottom down here, we were hitting oversold territory at the latter part of last week here. So if we were to go back and just look at trends when we did reach oversold, if we have, you'll see that we start to trend back upwards. And this is before January. So I mean that's January 27th there. So take with that as you will. However, that's we hit oversold. We are seeing buying pressure start to step in. We are trading a little bit sideways here, but it looks like we're about to break apart here from the moving exponential average here. So the EMA line I think is looks like it's kind of splitting off, although won't really know. It's kind of moves as we go. However, it looks like we're about to gain some separation here. We did cross over and then start to trend back down, and we're just kind of riding above the gold line there. So anybody knows what the gold line is on the MACD here, let me know. I've looked it up a few times and I always just forget what it is. Maybe explain it to me in some layman's terms here, but it's some kind of moving average. I think the blue one, I'm pretty sure, I always just call it blue and gold, but the blue one is the EMA here, so the exponential moving average. Yeah, I don't see too much that really sticks out to me. I have seen some other people draw some weird stuff on charts lately that makes no freaking sense. and they'll do some stuff like, oh yeah, we got a triangle here, and we got a triangle. Oh, what did I just do? Let me zoom back out. Nope, it's not what I want. All right, here we go. And you know, we got a, if I can mark it, we got a triangle here, and yeah, then we have you know, a triangle down here, and at this point we're gonna converge, and this is where we're gonna start to trend upwards. And you know what, that may be the case, but I think their technical analysis is dog shit, and I'm not gonna say any names, but this is from one person in particular that I have seen, and it just did not look like it made any damn sense to me, to tell you the truth. So I'm not gonna do that to you guys. If I don't know, if I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I try not to say it, and I'm letting you guys know that this is just my journey to learning all of this along with you guys. So I'll try to explain as much as I can that I know, and you know, especially when it comes to this Think or Swim TD Ameritrade platform here, because it can be quite difficult to do or to learn, because there's not so much on it. I mean, there's probably a couple YouTube videos, but to find exactly what you're looking for, like the other day, I was having a terrible time to try to find the Fibonacci retracement and change the color to gold, so that way it's a lot easier to see. And you just right click once you put it, edit properties, and down here set color, okay, and then you can save it as default. So that's what I would do, save it at default, set okay. Anyhow, beside the point there, my little rant for the day. So yeah, nothing really stands out to me for the most part here. I tend to take out this January stuff and just look at the stock on a scale other than that. And what I see is that we're still trending upwards with a little bit of a pullback. So, I mean, we can just mess around and put a Fibonacci here just to see. It's not the greatest look right now. You can see that we're just a little bit lower than where we would like to be. We did touch a little bit lower, so, but I think a lot of the technical analysis may not work too well on this position, because it's not like any normal stock that you would find, because of the sentiment that's here, because of the apes that are holding this thing, and because of the hedge funds that are shorting it. So this doesn't look like typical price action to me most days. I just don't think that it is. So me setting a Fibonacci there is probably irrelevant to anything. So I'm going to leave it like that. I just wanted to recap where we stood at today, and say that I think, you know, this is a huge positive that we got pushed down to below $10 for the first time in quite a few days. And we battled right back very quickly. I mean, from the time that we sold off here at 10:07 to the time we got back at 11:59, within 1 hour we were back almost up to where we were at when we first started to get shorted down here, so, and sold off. This is a huge upside for us that are holding this position. I think that this is really good news here. The fact that we can push up this far in a matter of minutes shows that we still have the potential to drive this thing up. I mean, 3.7% on a low volume day nonetheless. Even again here, we looked at another 3.6. So from that low point, we were looking at over 6%. So for us to be able to drive up 6% still on a very low volume day, after being heavily shorted and sold off early on in the morning, for us to have the wherewithal, I guess is what I would like to say, although I don't know if that's the right way to use that term. Anyhow, for us to have the balls to kind of hold on and drive this thing back up, I think we ended the day really well. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys off there. And yeah, I won't take up too much of your evening. I just want to do a quick recap on the market. Basically, just a quick recap on AMC, the keys to success, right? AMC. I got the keys, DJ Khaled stuff. Yeah, I'm still looking at this chart. To me, this looks beautiful. This is a, you know, yeah, we traded sideways, but I'm taking a huge positive that from our low point, we pushed up 6% to kind of close out the day and finish on a high note. And I'm hoping that tomorrow we can go back into that really high. I think if I were to make a prediction, I would say that I think possibly tomorrow we're going to see a lot of volatility in the pre-market. And then who knows once trading opens up. Anyhow, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and until tomorrow, have a good night. Peace.